The question is, how do you grow to be a monster? Well, God damn it. That's my fucking life is dedicated to that fucking question. All right. Well, let's just throw out the things that you probably don't want to hear but need to be said. You got to be fucking consistent. You've got to make sure that you're ready to truly give it up on a daily basis. Okay. Those two things, let's get them out of the way. Now, if you truly, truly want to be a fucking monster, you have got to focus on the things that are going to get you there the fucking fastest. Number one, nutrition is the biggest tool we have. Number two, sleep is a close second, rest. Number three, training. So there's three elements here. That's all you've got to do is learn to balance the three fucking elements. Now, my definition of a fucking monster is big, strong, and fucking lean. Not big, strong, and fucking fat. So really what we're talking about is having the body build muscle and burn body fat, or build muscle and keep body fat at a minimum, not gain as you're becoming a monster. So really what you got to think about is you got to think about giving, your body is a vehicle. It's literally like a car. If you want that fucking car to be fast, you've got to put good fucking parts in the car. Good parts in the car, good fuel in the car, good mechanic on the car. All right. Good fuel in the car is fucking food, right? Good mechanic, that's fucking training. Parts, I don't really know what the fuck that would be, but the bottom line is, you got to put good fuel in the car, and you got to have a good mechanic working on the car. So your training obviously is the mechanic, the fuel is the food. If the mechanic's fucking great and the fuel fucking sucks, how much of a difference can the mechanic make? Not that much. So let's start with the fuel. You've got to think about eating good, organic, whole fucking foods. All right? Hands down, you got to think about eating that stuff. You got to think about eating it often. You got to think about making sure you are never, ever hungry. You got to make sure that you're always thinking about the nutrient value. Obviously, now the mechanic comes into play. That's training. You got to make sure your fucking training protocol is ass kicking. You got to make sure that you're always fucking on the prowl, meaning the body's constantly adapting. Now, of course, there's a topic everybody's wanting me to talk about, and that's gear. The bottom line is, without the proper fucking goddamn fuel and the proper mechanic, it doesn't make a difference what type of fucking gear you got. Well, there's your parts. The parts are something that once the fucking car is properly tuned from the mechanic, it's got the good fuel in it, then you can supercharge the motherfucker and you're gonna be fine. Most people get all fucking excited and they try to supercharge the fucking car before it's fucking ready, and it just blows it up. So if you can think about having some consistency, like I said, being ready to do the fucking job, and then taking the three pieces of the puzzle we just talked about, the fuel, the mechanic, and the fucking parts, and do it in the proper order. You got to get the fuel fucking nailed down. You got to get the mechanic fucking working on the car. Once that motherfucker is ready for the supercharger, then you fucking turn the corner to the gear. You don't fucking do it first. It doesn't fucking work. And unfortunately, that's what most people out there are fucking doing. Think of it just like that. Think of it simply. Think of it in order. Go get what the fuck you want, my peeps. Become a monster.